Gonna get the recording started too. Okay, we just got a few more seconds here.
Hello from Arizona.
Well, hello, Arizona. Hello, hello. If anybody wants to jump in and say where they're coming from, calling in from, go ahead.
Hello, from Sweden here.
Hello, Sweden.
Hello.
Also from Sweden here.
Hello.
California on the line.
California, I hear you, see.
Albert from South Africa.
South Africa, hello. It's fun to have so many from so many different parts of the world.
Global crowd.
Letting more people in here as we go. Fantastic. Okay, I am going to mute people because it sometimes gets a little bit loud when people come in, so I hope that's okay. And I do think it's time to get started, so I will say welcome to absolutely everybody on here. Hello, hello. It's so much fun to see people in the Zinzino family. You know, if you are on this call, it's because you saw something in Zinzino. You saw maybe the potential of this company and where it can go, being like, we know where, you know, how big this is going to be, the potential and how much income you can actually create. Or maybe it's because of the products and you just said, these are incredible. And I just need to be a part of it. Either way, I know so many of you were just sold on Zinzino. I am 100% believer in the company Zinzino, the profession. I know we've got a great company and we want to get the word out, right? I think everybody on here wants to get the word out. And then you meet some people and you think, are they going to understand this? And maybe they don't get it. Are they, what is it? Am I doing something differently? Am I doing something wrong? Well, all around the world, Zinzino has been growing incredibly. And there's certain places that are growing like crazy. And actually there's certain partners that are growing like crazy. And today we're going to talk a bit about recruiting, like what should you be doing? Who should you talk to? How should you talk to them? What are people doing to get people to understand how crazy good this company is, how crazy good these products are? And I am excited today to talk to this guy because, you know, just last week when I posted, if you want to know about recruiting, talk to him because he sponsored 84 and no wait, it was 85. No wait, it's 86. And as of today, it's 90. So what is he doing? How many people want to know that? I know I can see it's a lot of people here. So we are going to bring him on here. You know, when we've got business in so many different countries, he is calling in from the Netherlands. And let's just bring him on here. Crown Peter de Moor. Hey, welcome to the team meeting here. Hey, Peter, thanks for your time.
Happy to be here and welcome everyone. I like it that a lot of people joining the Zinzino family in this call.
You know, Peter, I think absolutely every country is saying we want to be growing incredibly. I mean, we've got, you know, different countries in Asia going crazy. We've got so many people in India starting up. We've got people all over the world. And then we've got people building businesses in some of the countries that aren't even completely open yet. But Peter, you are, I mean, everybody wants to take off. Everybody wants to have that success. So we're going to start talking to you. And by the end of this meeting, I know people are going to say, okay, now we know exactly what to do and where to go, and our businesses are going to rock it. So we're setting that up kind of good, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with Peter. you were a businessman before you even looked at this profession. And now sometimes we hear, people that are exploding doing things. They've been doing this profession 20 years, 30 years. They started in another company. You were in another company for just a couple years, but you started this profession 6.5 years. So can we start with that? Why did you end up looking at this profession at all?
Yes, I had an IT company for 22 years and I worked a lot. 100 hours a week was normal for me. And when I was around 40, your body produced a lot of health issues more and more. And that was what I was introduced to, a product from a network marketing company. But I was one of those people that said, oh, network marketing, MLM, that's the pyramid thing. So I was looking for a solution, but that was the reason I was attracted to a company with a product in network marketing. And there I started the journey using a product, being happy on that. And that completely changed when I was introduced to what we all have, a test.
Aha. So, okay. So you were looking for a solution for yourself in regarding to health, and you found some great products, because actually the direct selling industry, one thing is if it's a company that's approved at direct selling organizations, which Zinzino is in all the countries it's in, or working at being approved, the profession is incredible. The products are usually better than anything else out there. I mean, in a lot of ways, they're great products at direct selling companies. So you find a product, and you actually sign up with the company. But I want to know, why did you sign up in it? Why did you sign up in the company? Did you see, I mean, you were a businessman. Did you see a potential in direct selling?
Yes, for a long time, I thought I was in this profession for products because I had a RSG arm, for example. I had a solution for that. It wasn't the solution for the problem, but I had less pain. So the product I used then helped me. So later on, I got a test from a friend, and that's what changed everything, because I was using for 240 euros of products every month, thinking that I had the best products in the world. And so I was happy with that. And then I did a test and they showed me but it's not okay. And that I'm still allergic for things that are not honest and people that are not honest. And then I thought, oh, what's wrong here? I'm always very skeptical. But in the beginning, I wasn't in this profession for the business, I thought, but later on, and I think I was almost 3 years in this profession, that I sat down and said, okay, but when I was in this business for the products, then I should be a customer and not signing up as a partner. And that switched a lot for me, because I know that people become a partner when they want to have a better life, when they want to make more money, want more freedom. And I made good enough money, so I wasn't the person you're going to look for, maybe, because I still live in a nice big house, drive a nice car. And so for the outside, people thought maybe I was successful. But what they didn't see, that I worked 100 hours a week, had 3 employees and couldn't do less, because I had a lot of bills to pay and I wasn't happy anymore. So from products to the business to the test brought me at a position that when I knew what we had in Zinzino, I said, I can't do the other business anymore. And I sold the goodwill of my company 3.5 years ago when I started in Zinzino, because for me, it feels criminal not to tell to people what solution we have with proof before and after. And that's what our company makes completely different than a lot of other companies in this profession. And yes, there are a lot of companies with great products, but I lead with a test. It will show people if you need it, and it will show you that we have a solution with proof.
Okay, so let's just want to backtrack a little bit, because when you said that was, about 3 years in the profession, that means that when you saw that, you thought you had, the best products. And then when you got that test in Zinzino, so you ended up shifting because of the test. That's why you went away from a company that was direct selling, that had good products, to come to Zinzino because you could see they had above and beyond? And is that when you really saw the business potential? Also,
Yes.
okay. So it was when you have something, I mean, and that's an important thing because you were a businessman to begin with, and to look at Zinzino then as a business and say, you want the best. That's really important. So you say, Zinzino, you know that because of the test, we have the best products, and that's what you want to get out.
Yes. And I was very skeptical. So I said, okay, I did a test and I thought it would be okay. So I said, come on with the test, no problem. And I had a terrible result. And then okay, but the company
Can we
produced
hear
in
your
Norway,
result? We want to know your result, Peter. We want
I had 10.4 to 1. So I
And you were-
thought
and you were
there's something
taking
wrong
great
with the
products.
lab. Hmm?
And you had great products and you were still over 10.
240 euros a month, still over 10.
Okay, so you see Zinzino's, test and you, I mean, now we're over 700,000 tests. We just passed that too. And we're proving that everybody needs it. Okay, so first of all, I think one of the things that was important is that when you looked at you from the outside, you didn't need Zinzino because you had things. You were a successful person, but behind the scenes, because you had everything looking nice, with your company, but behind the scenes, you wanted to have great health. And actually somebody who maybe does have money, they also want the best and they're willing to pay. If it's good, they're going to pay what it is to make your health better. So when you're out there looking, you can see that there's a difference with Zinzino. That's actually a good point for everybody to take home too, is, everybody needs it. And you don't know where they're at. You were working crazy hours. Who wants that? Nobody wants to do that. And it's not duplicatable. There's a difference in the company, isn't there?
Yeah. So Zinzino offers a freedom part. Because I didn't have the hours available, I thought to start this business, but I like to help people. So I start talking to people about the products because they help me. And then I got more customers and that's not scalable if you have too much hours to do. So then I realized, okay, look in the comp plan, see what's possible. And when you look at our comp plan, we have 2 ways to make money. It's first on helping customers. That was what I did first. Not about the money, but to help people. And then you see, but I want to help more people. When I had my problems, I had some health issues and not to make a health claim, but they were lower when I used other products. And then I got on health protocol and a couple of months later, I had no issues anymore. So I wanted to get out to people that they will change your life. And that was the reason that I started looking at the business by, okay, I have only 24 hours a day. I was where I worked 80, 100 hours a week, and that's with no freedom. But by getting more partners in a team and getting it on education, by helping more people to explain in an easy way what we do, that makes you create an hour machine. If you have 1,000 people working 1 hour a day, we can reach much more people together than I can do alone. You can be the best person in the world to explain and to get a lot of customers yourself, and it's a part of the business. But by finding more people doing the same, that's how we get to the 100 million in 2050. And I think we go way over that.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. Okay, we know where this is going. I can feel that you have this passion of this is a great profession. Zinzino is the top company because of the great products, because they work. So let's get down into the nitty gritty, because I mean, having sponsored 90 people this year, we want to know, okay, who do you talk to? What do you do? What do you say? How do you say it? Peter, we got to know the basics. Let's get down into the things. So you get started, or maybe you're going to talk about, who should people get started with? Who should they start talking to? Who did you start talking to?
Yeah. Now, when I started, I think I made I don't want to call it a mistake, but I tried it the hard way with my closest family. And maybe you all tried, and we are at 7 at home.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's back up on that one. Because that's right. A lot of people say, yeah, if he's out working all this time and stuff, he's gotta, you know, he doesn't have that family at home, but you do have a family at home. Why don't you just say you've got your partner and you and her have 3 kids at home?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they are, how old are your kids?
16, 14, and 10.
Yeah, but
And-
they're at home then. They
Yeah, it's easy. We work from home. The only thing you need is an internet connection. Even if you go on holiday, go on holiday in a country we are open, and you can help people there. So I combine that completely together.
You know, I think some people might say, okay, wait a minute, he's got 2 teenagers and 10-year-old. He's going to be happy to get out of the house. But it's not like that. Everybody who has kids knows you want to be at home and you want to be doing things with the kids. But how are you working with your family? Before we go on to the next recruiting, I want to just know that, because that's an important part too. A lot of the people on here and the people we're going to talk to, they also have families at home. So how are you making that work?
They all know at home that they all use the products. That's one. I tested them all the children. They had also no good results, even worse than I had. So we are happy on the products that changed their life already. And they know that I'm building this business also for them. But I was often from home because they asked me for presentation. That was before Corona crisis came and before Zoom was common and a lot of live events everywhere. And then I had my youngest daughter. I said, come to your room. I put a whiteboard on the room and I wrote down, when I'm diamond, I pay you €5 every day I'm from home. Director 10, crown 20. So I made a list and I told her, when I'm from home, that I'm from home because I want to get you a better future. And from that moment, she was asking me, when is the next trip? When do you, because we use the money, I put the money in a box and we do family holiday and fun things, and she can decide what we're going to do with the money. So she said, okay, which rank do you want to have next time? And how many days are you gone?
So she's actually looking forward to it and rooting you on.
Sometimes, but then COVID came and she said, this is no fun anymore because you're always on Zoom at home and I don't get money in the box. So she tried a lot of ways to get more money, but yeah.
Okay, but you make it work with including your family in the goals that you have and the dreams that you're doing, and they also get to have dreams about it and decide what to do with it.
I think it's very important that you must include them, because building this business is often during nighttime, weekends. It's what it is. So if they don't know why you do this, then it's maybe extra struggle at home. So it's good to get them on one line and be honest on why you do this. Yeah.
And then they are actually rooting you on. They're actually saying, okay, Dad, what's your next title? What are we going to do next, right?
Yeah. Now, so I was at the director trip, and for everyone, please try to qualify yourself, because that will change your life. And I was 3 hours at home and there was a box. Daddy, you need to pay €140 in the box now. So, and that's okay, because it's fun, and I like to become the president as soon as possible. That needs to pay more money, because it will change your future that way. Yeah.
I love that. Okay, well, we're glad that, we got that out of the way in regards to having family involved and having them. That's exciting. Okay, so now let's get back to the recruiting part. 90 partners this year. Okay, so let's start with who you're talking to. So are you talking to, who are you talking to? How are you getting so many people? How are you contacting so many people? Who do you know, Peter? Is it from your business contacts, or how are you contacting so many people?
Yeah, it's sometimes from my old contacts, but it's often the friends of my friends, because you have a warm market and you have a cold market, and the cold market always takes more time because you don't know them very well. People only do business with you when they know you, like you, and trust you. And when those three things are not there, there is no match. family, I started there. My brothers and sisters, one is okay with it and the rest thinks it's a scam still after all those years. And I'm okay with that because I don't need them to build the business. If they want to join, it's okay. But it's not needed. And that's what a lot of people will do. So what I did, I made a list of people. And it's also in the Express Start, make a list of 100 people. And what I did, make a list of your age times 7 people, make more people on the list, but don't judge them. I don't judge people. I don't think they can become a customer. I don't think they can become a partner because I don't know before you know they answered you. And it's the same with me. I'm one of the person that people maybe thought, they're successful and he doesn't need this. So skip him. And it's not, because it completely changed my life. And with that knowledge, I go out to people, but I never go out with Zinzino. I never go out with products. I always make contact to people about them. And then I talk about what's taught a lot in this business, the format, the family, the occupation, what they do for a living, the recreation, the hobbies they have, the weather, the cat, the dog. I don't care what I need to talk about, but it's never to start with Zinzino. And that was what I did in the beginning mostly. I was always looking at an angle when they had something about health issues, then because I knew I could help them, and it's true. And then I had some meetings, they said, you are a so nice guy. But when you found out there was a health problem, there was a sort of salesman coming in you. And that's not what people like anymore. So I will also say to people, you need to be clear on where you want to go. So I go out and I don't care if people say yes or no or not yet, but I know I have a gift for them. And it's a gift on health if they start using the products, and it's a gift on wealth if they also seize the business. And they decide if they're going to unpack it, and I only can tell them what it is. So I will attract people, and I will explain you a little bit more on that. I will teach them what it is, and I will answer all questions till they know enough. And then I will help them by letting them buy. It's helping them because, with a test, and I tell them what I do. I said, I don't care what you want, but the test will probably give you a problem. And that's not worse because we have a solution with proof works always. So I will not only give them a test and wait for the results. Now I will tell them, now I will give you a problem. So I lead often with the test, and with a business, people that want to build business, are the products very important to me? Yes, the most important. If we didn't have the test, I wasn't in Zinzino. But when people are looking for freedom, it's not the products that they often want to do. I have people that they say, yeah, but I don't want to ask my friends and family. So I didn't tell you you need them for the business. And I'm okay with the products, but I'm not passionate about that. So that's not why I want to build the business. I tell them, but I didn't know you want to sell products. I thought you want to build a business. Because there are a lot of people looking for freedom. And I had the same, I'll give you an example. Last week, I had a lady, she knows the products from her girlfriend, but the girlfriend is always talking about EPA and DHA and a lot of technical things. And I was an IT guy. I didn't know that much on that. So I will explain with a different story. And I said, okay, maybe the business is not for you. What do you do for your job? And then she started talking about the job, that she had a promotion and it was stressful. And said, okay, do you like it? She said, yes, 100%. Because if I didn't like this, what I do, I would quit already because it's stressful. It's okay. Then imagine yourself when you wake up tomorrow and you open your eyes and you put your phone and you look at your bank account and there's 100 million euros or dollars or whatever. So not a million. So a million you can think about, 100 million. What should you do? How many days are you still at your job? And she starts smiling, 0. She didn't even have to think about it. And then I said, that's interesting, because when everything was possible, you should have a different life. True? And she said, yeah, maybe. So I will move people towards a new dream, because a lot of people stop dreaming. And they say they're happy, they think they're happy at at their job, and often it's okay. But when everything is possible, they want to have a different life. And then I've got them, and they said, but I'm not a product specialist, so I can't do this business. And I told her, when I tell you a story that you can explain to everyone, is that okay for you? And she said, thankful. So I said, you like cars, isn't? Yeah. There is a lamp on the dashboard with the oil. And when the lamp goes on, what do? And I shut up. I let her answer the questions. She said, yeah, stop the car. So why? I need to check the oil. I need to refill it. So why? And then shut up. And she said, yeah, when I don't do that, I will ruin my engine. So, okay. As a human being, I never saw a person with a red oil lamp on his face. So, but we have a test that will measure the quality of your oil, that will measure the level of your oil, because maybe you're running for a long time with a red light on, but you don't know. So we can ask your body what the status is. And let's say you bring your car to the garage and they call you and say, the oil is okay now, but you need to do 2 new tires. You can say, but it's too expensive. But if you don't do that, you will also crash with the car in a matter of time. And it's the same with the test. If you do the test and the test shows you that it's not okay, then you have 2 options. You can say no to the solution or yes to the solution. And I wish you had a better life. I can guarantee you a better life if you say yes to the solution. But it's up to you. And then she had a story she could explain even a child without a driver license. And if people don't know if they can do it, they will not start. So make it easy, simple.
And so that there's, Peter, there was so many things in there. I'm trying to take notes on the things I want to ask about. And it was just crazy. Okay, so first of all, I like the fact in regards to if people are saying, who are you talking to? Because it is true, you have this warm market and you have the cold market, and it's not that you're just going to go sit at a street corner and try to meet people, but you also have your friends and family, and those who are not getting involved, they also can recommend others that maybe do know. And so it isn't quite a cold market, because if they need to know you, like you, trust you, maybe they know, like, trust the person that is referring you too. That's a really, that's a great point. But I think you're just talking to everybody. It sounds like because you have the belief that this test, and a lot of people that we've been leading with the test in, I know, in the North American market, we're leading with the test and working on getting customers. But you're also leading with the test, and yet you're leading with the test in regards to bigger dreams and the business. I understand that you are much more leading with actually expanding dreams, and that way you're coming with the solution for them. Still make a friend, find the need, transfer the feeling. But when you're finding that need, you're actually finding that need in regards to, a dream and a business that they could actually be doing. Am I understanding you correctly?
Yeah, correctly. And I always explain 4 things they need to qualify for. So I also say, maybe you don't see the business yet, and it's okay. But there are a lot of people in the world, they make a living on sick people, and we make a living on the health of people, getting people better. So I like that much more. And when you want to become a partner, you can qualify, you need to qualify 4 things. Is 1, you need to help other people. And most people will do that. You need to want to learn things, because we are with personal development with a paycheck. You need to want to work together with other people, because teamwork makes the dream work. And fourth thing, you must be yourself. And if you qualify those 4 things, you can do this business as a partner.
Mm.
You don't need to know anything. You don't need to be good to start this business. You need to start this business to become good.
Okay, so let's bring that up because, you know, it's not just the action. Many times you hear people saying this business is like rowing the boat. You both have the action of contacting customers and partners, but it's also the other part in the personal development. And if you're only doing one of them, you're going to end up going in circles. So the personal development part, you said a line there about, you know, it's about personal development with the paycheck because I love that. But how much personal development are you getting in there if you're doing a lot of meetings and things too? How important is the personal development to you?
Very important. It's all. It's when you look at what I say at the moment, and when you look at the same Peter de Moor a couple of years ago, it's 2 different persons. Because they always say you are the average of the 5 people you are a lot with, and if you read a lot of books, you're joining other people's minds, and you will read a lot of things that will bring you to another level, an whole other level, and it's about the personal development that changes everything. So when people go out, dealing with objections is one of the most important things you need to learn. Because if people have questions, they say it as an objection. So in the beginning, I thought, oh, another one with a lot of stupid questions and a lot of things to do. No, if people have questions, they come up with objections. And if you know that I don't care what they say to me, the product is too expensive, it's a scam, I don't care what they say, they are always right. Because if you start to argue with people, even if they lose because you know better, they are not happy on a yes. And when you explain them, I understand, I was there too. I was also a skeptical guy on the business. I even trusted the lab, for example. And it's true, because when I did the first test, the lab was in Norway, the company produced in Norway. I found another lab, did a second test, same result. The lab was okay, but I was one of them.
You really did that, Peter?
Yeah, of course. Yes, of course. I'm skeptical.
Okay, so but I love that because I was one of those skeptical people too. When it was the second look, I had a list of 17 questions and who is this and what is this and what is this? And I haven't found anybody as skeptical as I was, but yet I also got a belief by that. I got the total belief that what we have is incredible and where we're going is going to be big. So I think that's one thing that's a positive when you see skeptical people. You want them skeptical because they're curious, and if they're curious, they want to know more. And as Dr. Paul says, the science is the science, and they're going to lead them to the truth, which is what we've got, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in regards to the personal development, it really is, you know, learning and being teachable. And so, and I know that like you've done, because actually you haven't been in this profession very long. 6.5 years is just, you know, there's people on this call I can see that have had 20 years of experience. and to me, you know, I've been in the industry 10 years and I still think everything you're saying is just, I'm just soaking it up for myself. I want to sponsor 90 people. And I think everybody that hears about this should, and I can't get people to understand. So I know I have certain things I need to learn, but you're leading with, you know, this incredible product that you totally believe in. I have that. So what are you saying now? What is the specifics? Are you just saying, hey, I got something for you? What are you saying? You're being you, you're finding the need, and you said something about a solution. So what are the kind of things that you're saying?
For example, when I speak to people, let's say, I think there are a lot of partners with some other partners in the team, and maybe you're just started and have no one, or you never recruited one. That's no problem, because the average people that are recruited from a partner is very low worldwide in this profession. But there are also a lot of people in your team, they don't want to do the building part on other partners. So when I have a partner joining the team, they have a list of people they know. I'm gonna look at the list. I'm gonna ask them, who on your list has already a business? Who on your list is successful? Who on your list are you looking up to? Because if you go after those people and don't know what to say, you will burn your list. So if you can connect those people to me and we do a three-way call, we do a Zoom call, then I meet your friends and it's a warm contact for them and it's completely cold for me. So I start talking to them about them, what they do for a living, what they like, and I say, okay, and I'm going to sit on your chair. I'm going to find out if and how there is a solution that our solution, those Zinzino, will bring you a better life. So I will always look at a sort of personal plan for them, so they feel heard, they feel that, so they like it, because I'm looking for a solution for them for a better life, and that's what I do a lot. So, and even if they don't like the story, and even if they don't like me, let's say it, if they think I'm an asshole, I have no problems with that, and it doesn't affect the relationship with the other person. So if you connect with what's called taprooting in this profession, the friends of your friends, so people in your team that have a list, and you sit together and you will find the need. People with already a business, they have a business for a reason. So if you only talk about the products, you mostly will end up with customers. And it's not a problem to have more customers. We get paid very well on that, but it's just another job. And of course, a customer can become a partner later, but I'm looking for the people that are looking for building a business and wanting a better life, wanting more freedom, and looking for a solution to get a better life. And it can be added part-time with a couple of hours. It's how you spend those hours. And making the list is very, very important. And if you already have a list, please make it another one. Look at other people. You don't need to know if they're gonna do the business. Just start talking about something else. That's, I said to I teach my partners, you have the products and you have the business. It's in a closet at home, it's locked. And it's only allowed to talk about that if the other person asks you what it is. And before that, I will never talk about it.
Okay, so that just makes sense. I mean, a lot of people, if you're, a lot of people I've heard say, well, I don't get partners, but that's because they're talking about the products. So of course, if you're talking about all the products, you're probably going to get customers. If you really want to have a business, you start working and building the business and finding people for business. Is that what you're meaning?
Yeah, that's what I mean. But you must be clear on where you want to go. It's what Apple is for the phone, what Microsoft is for operating system. In 10 years from now, will Zinzino be for health? So it's not a question asked that we're going to rule the world with our concept. And I know 100% sure. So I also, if people don't follow people that hesitate. So I'm very clear on where I want to go. And I say, to become successful, I need to make other people successful. It completely changed my life, this profession with Zinzino. And now it's my time to pass that forward to other people. And I always say, because people say you're crazy with your goal. I said my first goal, and believe me, it's true. Every cell in my body knows it. My first goal is to become 6-star global president. And later on, we will see for 60-star, but 6-star is my first goal.
Okay,
And
that's okay. That is a big goal. Let's backtrack a few things. So, because we got to finish off with some of the goals and things like that. But so when you're talking with people, mostly you are being a friend. No matter where you're going, you're always being a friend and leading with them. And you're talking to them and you're asking them things, and you're trying to make that connection with them and trying to see more in regards to, what solution you can get to them. And I heard you say at one time, if they don't have a problem, I'm going to help them. Fine, or I'm going to make them one. What did you mean by that? Because, it is, you got to get a solution. So tell us more about, what do you mean? you're talking to people, you need to match up a solution. What do you mean give them a problem?
Yeah, that's I say the business. If you don't like it, it's okay. If you don't believe me, it's okay. But I know I can give you a better life. And to book another meeting, if you leave them with a problem, then it's easy to book a new meeting. But we can do two things. We can talk about test, and we can give them a test and don't say anything with that. So in 2 weeks, the results are here and let's talk about later. No, I said, what I'm going to do you from the bottom of my heart, I give you a test and I know probably I will give you a problem. So I plant the seed in their mind that they are looking for the 1 or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, depending on where you are in the world, to get the results back. And I said, and then we're going to look in, do you want a solution? Yes or no? You can become a customer, use products, you can become a partner, you can first become a customer. I'm on your side. I want to find a way. I make you a personal plan, how our profession, our business can change your life in a better way. And that's what they like. They are always loved from, yeah, I'm there for them.
Okay, so you're making that friend and you're, finding us an issue that you can help them with to give them a solution. And if nothing else, you're always going to give them a test, because that way they're going to need to have a solution for that, because the test is of course going to show that they need the products. And then you can say, then you can actually tie it together with the business, or are you saying that anybody who's not signing up in the business, then they're going to have to be a customer anyway? Or
yeah, we will find a way that will fit what you want. So always, and yeah, they like it. And I also have people, because you will meet people, they do a test and say, okay, I like it, and they have a test result back, and it's with all the red smileys you don't like, and then I say, what do you want? And then sometimes I have people say, I need to think about it. And I think we all had that situation. I said, that's completely okay for me, because I will never close people. I always open people. But remember, when you say no to the solution, I can't help you. But when there is a time, and I don't care if it's next month or next year or 5 years or 10 or 20 years from now, I'm still there. Zinzino still there. Please remind our conversations and your test result, and feel free to come back to me, because I will help you.
okay,
And I
I
have
like that.
people that come back after 6 months, call me. Now I have a problem, because there's something changed in their life, and then they need a solution. And then you're the friend, because you had a friendship with them.
Okay, I like that. So I liked also that you said, you're not closing people. So if you don't find that need, maybe they don't start up right away.
No.
But you still keep it open. You're opening them to that possibility in the future and planting the seed again. You're planting a lot of seeds, which actually makes me think a lot about the follow-up. So you meet people, you talk to friends, and the friends are of friends, or if a partner's not building those, you're meeting up with a lot of different people. And so you're following up, or how is it that you have a system to this, or meeting people, or?
Yeah, I have an iPhone, and there is a calendar in that. So when I have a meeting with someone, for example, a person that I didn't saw for a long time, and I will find a need in the meeting, then I have two options. I can say, okay, then I have a solution for you. Do you want to know? But often they think, oh, that's the reason he contacted me. So I will leave the conversation. I said, thank you for the conversation. Let's keep in contact. And now right away, I schedule a week from now, 2 days from now, depending on my schedule. I will schedule them, and I send them another message. Do you have a short time for a short call? And I will not call them right away, but I will text them, because otherwise you're spamming them. And I have something very important for you. So they, okay. And then they come on the phone, and then I say, okay, we had a very nice conversation. I like that. Thank you for that. But you told me this and this and this, and I can't get you out of my mind because maybe it's for you, maybe it's not for you. For me, it's completely okay, but I think I have a solution for that. Do you want to know more? It's 100% guarantee yes.
I like that. So it's stuff that we're also using in regards to finding a need, and then, I might have a solution for you. And
Yeah.
people that have issues, if you're really being a good friend, you're going to help them with their issues anyway. So it does make sense to continue keeping that friendship, building that friendship, and wanting to help them with their needs, and to say, I might have a solution for you. I don't know if it's for you or not, but let's take a look at it together and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you follow up with them, but you don't spam them. And
No.
how is it? Is there differences for people, or how do you know when is spamming and when is not?
I hated myself when they tried to sell me. I hate it when they call me with no number on the phone. I don't like that myself. So I will not do that anyway with no one. And we have a pipeline, and getting a partner takes more time than getting a customer. That's what it is, because you need first to build a longer relationship. But if you put in a lot of people in the pipeline, and I always say it's sometimes they are fast. Normally it will take 3, 4, 5, 7, 10 meetings. So let's say from a month till 3 months, it's what the time is that when you start a meeting, some will, some won't, and that's okay. So if you put in a lot of people in the pipeline, you're not stressed on when someone says yes or someone no. But if you have your schedule full booked and you don't make time available to get new prospect, to start new conversations, I can guarantee you that 2-3 months from now, your schedule is empty, because you need to separate the time. So that's the reason why I schedule my follow-up, because I also need to have time to fill up the pipeline.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I can see Yussi, he had a question. Yussi, why don't you unmute, and did you have a question for Peter?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Thanks, Peter, for so much for valuable information here. I mean, I'm just listening with my ears open, but I do align with you with one thing, and it really caught my attention when you said, like at least half an hour ago, you changed your communication somehow from your early stages. You were talking too fast or going too fast to the conclusion, proposing a proposition or the solution. And I find that myself, and I think I'm really red personality, looking for the results maybe too fast. So could you please repeat that and maybe collaborate a little bit more? How did you change yourself to slow down and just change the pace and really started to listen to the prospect a bit more?
Yeah, it's always said you have 2 ears, 1 mouth, so you need to listen more and you need to be more calm on. And I know, for example, when you have a campaign and you want to recruit a lot, and then probably you're maybe too red and too fast, and you will lose some people because they think you're pushy, you're pushing people, and that's what it is then. So that's my paycheck. My goals are never the problem of someone else. So even a customer, I always look what's best for them. I always look what's best for a partner. So I will take time even when I see, I need more, but that's one thing to do, is get more people in the pipeline, and that stress goes away. So it's never, my problems are never the problem for someone else. And I had a meeting with a doctor in America, and he said, after one meeting, we had a good talk, and we had a second talk, and he said, I need to tell you something. Okay, you're a bad salesperson. Okay, thank you. I'm very thankful that you say that. He said, because I was ready in the first meeting, so you should have closed me. So I will never close people. I open people. There is never a hurry on partners. And when they go on holiday, I don't sign them up. When they have problems in their lives, we will find the best time for you. And I keep in contact with them, and I get them on products. till they have the right timing. So they know they are safe. And I'm the lighthouse, and people don't need a lighthouse when the weather is right and the sun is shining. They need the lighthouse when there are problems and it's raining, and they know I'm there.
So I like that it is actually really being a good friend. And it's being genuinely interested in others. And I think that's what so many people have signed up in this business to be, helping others. And so what you're really doing is putting that first, is genuinely helping other people at their pace. And we don't want to be salespeople. I think that was fun when you said, great, thanks. I don't want to be a salesperson.
Yeah, and sometimes I say no to people, and not to judge them.
Wait, Matt, no, what?
Sometimes I say no to people because they are in a period in their life where I already know they will get problems when they start now the business. I sometimes I have people there in a different country, and I say, okay, we have good meetings with together, and I like you, but your best way is, I have a partner, for example, in France, and you are speaking the same language. She knows how to help you. I will be there if you need me, but let's do another Zoom call and let's see if there is also a match, because I think you get much better help when you connect to that person. And then I move them. And for example, I had a meeting with a lady, and she was, we started a meeting and it was all okay, and she was happy, but she was smoking during the meeting, and I found out it was weed. And I don't care. But at the end of the meeting, there was a completely different person and smiling on everything. And I said, but that's sort of selling a dream look like a nightmare. You can't do this business if you're smoking all day weed. And then please come back to me if that situation will change.
Okay, so you're also kind of screening them in a way to find out if they're a good match for this business.
Yeah,
Or a
but
good
never
match for
judging
you,
them.
or who you want to work with also.
I need to work with them the rest of my life.
That's true, because if you're signing somebody up, you want to be able to work with them and help them towards their goals and not give up on them. And I think that's one thing that we feel from you. Okay, so I have this question in regards to, let's say that, you just meet somebody, in a cold market. Do you ever do cold market? Are you ever like meeting somebody at the grocery store or anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you saying and doing in exactly that situation, Peter?
Only as giving a smile is sometimes enough to start a conversation. And I talk about them, family, occupation, what they do, the dog. For example, I have people walking with a dog in front of my house, and I saw them. I didn't know them, but one of the guy was I saw it was a fitness guy. So, and we have also a dog, so he's always going to there. And I talked to him and say, you're new here, and I talked about them and have interest in what they do, and what do you do for a living? And then they start talking, and mostly they ask you back, and what do you do for a living? And I said, I'm in a global business, so I will not tell. First I said always, I'm helping people with health. Never anymore. I say I'm in a global business, and we have a personalized test-based nutrition concept. So it's sort of health with proof. And he was into health, I already knew. And then I had a book of Paul Clayton, and I have it in Dutch, I have it in many languages at home. And I said, but you look like that you're interested in health. Yes. Okay, then I maybe have something interesting for you. And then I gave him the book of Paul Clayton. I said, if you like it, what you read in this book, so let food be your medicine. Then we have a concept that's based on what's in the book. It's completely done, takes 2 minutes a day, and it will change your life. I gave him the book. Day after, he was at my home, ringing the bell. Can you explain me? I read the book. So that's one of the things, for example.
Okay, so you just are being a good friend. You're not being salesy, you're not being pushy, and you're actually trying to help the people out there. It kind of sounds like what Art's telling us to do. You know, help your friends, make new friends, repeat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same
And the worst thing can happen is say no.
Yeah, you're making a lot of sense here, Peter. And actually, so in other words, you don't have like a secret? Do you have any secrets? I mean, is there like, I think we're all like, okay, it sounds
I
like,
have, I
sounds
have
like
one.
press start.
I have one. The person that speaks with the most people outside Zinzino will win. Yes, you will fail. Yes, you will get meetings that you think, oh, that's not smart. But fail stands for finding answers in learning. And when you send a rocket to the moon, it's more than 90% of course, and it will adjust and it will adjust. So a rocket fails itself to the moon. And when you decide you want a Mont Blanc pen, you go for the 15 personal recruits, then I want to share a picture.
Yeah.
Let me share a picture.
Go ahead.
And
I
here,
like that. Fail your way.
this one.
Okay.
It's a mountain goat. And it jumps to the other side. And it only focuses on where you want to land. And it's the same with, if you try to get a pen, this is a different pen. You can get it with Mont Blanc, maybe $350, $400 euros. But Zinzino orders them and it's special. They change your life because you will get more people in the business to help more people. So I think first you must make the decision that you go there, not try to get there, but do it. You need to know that you will fail, but adjust it. So I will put this also on the Facebook with a special text with it, because it will not look back. It doesn't hesitate. There is the decision to go. And I think the decision to do that will change your life. And then if you will fail and becomes better, it's the personal development with a paycheck. And you make it a habit that every year you're in this business, collect the pen. Your life will never be the same anymore.
Okay, but now setting goals is one of the things you mentioned, the 4-star global president at the start, or was it 6-star?
6-star global is the first goal. And why do I tell that? And I say that doesn't tell you anything, 6-star global president, commander, whatever it is. So, but I need at least around 350 people that makes 12,000 euros a month. And I don't care who it is. You can choose if you want to be some of them. And that's the reason why I have that goal, not to be important and to be better than someone else. It's to help other people change their life.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so in conclusion here, what would you say to people right now? What should they be doing? Working on getting that pen.
Make the list. Don't judge people. Talk to everyone you know, not about Zinzino, not about the business, about them. Become a friend, build trust. Don't hurry on that. Don't be salesy. Don't push people. Always act in their interest and be like the mountain goat. Make the decision. I go for the pen next year, and I know it will start from 6th October, the new recruiting campaign. And we are not at yet 6th October. So from now till 6th October is the best time to start failing, because the willingness to fail gives you the option to fly.
I think we should finish with that. The willingness to fail gives you the option to climb.
To fly.
Or to climb up like that.
Yeah, fly, climb, whatever. Yeah.
I love that, because to climb, I was thinking mountain goat, but then to
Yeah.
fly is actually what you're doing, and you are flying fantastically in this business, Peter. And oh, I thank you so much for coming on. It's given so much inspiration to so many people here. And I know that if everybody went out and just is that kind of person, helping everybody that you know and having their best interested heart, we're going to have that reputation around the entire industry that this is, you know, what we do, and it's gonna be, people are gonna feel that, and people are gonna come back to us like your neighbor did to you and say, okay, hello, Peter, I want to know more. So I think that's what we'll leave it with. Maybe just to say, how do you see the future, Peter? What are you most excited about?
Oh, it's very, we're gonna be huge in the world. Zinzino will change so many lives. We've not even started, believe me. And for everyone on this call, it's possible that you will get a completely other life. Most people, they think they can do too much in 1 year, but give it 3, 4, 5 years from now. If you have that mentality, talk to more people, make friends, you will change your life forever.
Absolutely incredible. Thank you, Peter de Moor from the Netherlands, for taking his time to come on here. I'm going to let everybody else also say the same thing. We so appreciate you. It's time to get everything going. Let's get your business building the same momentum as everybody else. So thank you, Peter. Thank you.
Gracias, Carla. Here, Peter.
Thank you all for joining.
Thank you, Carla.
Carla.
Dank u wel.
Thanks, Carla.
Gedaan.
Dank je. Goedenavond.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.
Carla.
See you on the director trip.
On the director trip.
When the heat becomes too much.